Joining us now, Tamil Nadu Health Secretary Dr. J. Radhakrishnan. Doctor, thank you very much for your time. Any update on tomorrow's 18 plus vaccination program?
It's a slightly tough question to answer. Already, if you remember, the Government of India has announced a policy, very clear policy they have announced. States will have to purchase it out of the central quota is for 45 and above. Tamil Nadu government had already announced its policy of free vaccination, and based on Honorable CM's direction, we had placed an order of, decided to place an order of 1.5 crores, 1.25 crore Covishield and 0.25 lakhs Covaxin. However, I am given to understand by Government of India that even then both the companies will be able to sell only maybe 1/10, 1/15 of the amount could be supplied by them, and that too we are not sure whether they will be able to supply tomorrow, though we are immediately placing orders on the limited supply which they have assured us, but that also we are not sure whether we will get on first. So to remove confusion among the people, because people shouldn't throng, even though it is based on app based approach, it is not a walk-in approach. We have categorically come out in the press and said that probably it may not be possible for us to start this vaccination for 18 to 44 years tomorrow, but the rest of the vaccination 45 years and above will continue.
Private hospitals, are they giving back their doses, or how about that?
See, for private hospitals also in the coming phase have to purchase, but there is a grey element there, because quite a lot of people have given the first doses there. So we are trying to discuss with them their challenges, particularly for 45 years and above. Otherwise they have to also purchase based on the quota which the states get allotted. So there is an element of, but for people we are giving a clear instruction that government vaccine centers will be fully functional. So people, those who are eligible for second dose of vaccine, or they want to come for first dose of vaccine and they come under the eligible bracket of 45 and above, should access the nearest government vaccination center.
In terms of percentage of population inoculated, what is the number now?
Tamil Nadu has been able to inoculate only 58 lakhs out of almost our total population. If you remove 18 years and above, we have almost 3.6 crore population between 18 to 44 years, and another 2.5 crore population above that. So it is only around 10%.
Right.
Tamil Nadu's challenge has been that while we do a steady number of almost a lakh a day, still a bit of vaccine hesitancy is a challenge in Tamil Nadu.
Numbers rising exponentially now. What is the strategy now in terms of handling hospital bed requirements, ICUs?
See, we are now coming out. Yesterday you would have seen media advertisement advising people that all need not rush. We have created a number of screening centers in big cities. So if you look at 1,10,000 cases, the classification is roughly around 60,000 people are in home quarantine, around 30,000 people are in hospital, around 10,000 people are in COVID care center, while the remaining are just positive, so they will be getting admitted. So we are telling people that except for those who are breathless and who are having a very low oxygen level, 90 and below, the rest of the people need not rush directly to hospital. They should approach the screening center, where based on the blood test and a basic X-ray, not a very complicated kind of screening, they are divided and sent into COVID care centers or COVID health center, or depending on the seriousness, when we see the pulse oximeter level that it is low, even we don't do the screening, directly we send them to hospitals. Similarly, we are also augmenting certain media sites, our sites, so that we are able to guide people on that. We are actually daytime we don't have an issue. The problem is when it starts nights, during the nights, quite a lot of people at that moment, they come back and say we are breathless and also that time there is a kind of crowding, especially in Chennai, in 3 hospitals which deal exclusively with COVID. So that we are rationalizing by creating more bed strength. Here, in the last, our target is to add, we already have around 34,000 oxygen beds. We are targeted to add 12,000 more beds by May 7, of which around 4,000, 5,700, 570 has already been added. Another 3,700 will be adding by today, and remaining around 7,000 odd beds would be added by 7th. So that will help ease out the situation. But having said that, we all are in that borderline case where we all cannot say that, we are overconfident about the bed capacities. So constant screening center and education of people what to do in case they turn out positive is the best method. And the real way to cut is that to stop spread, to break the chain. So that is where we are again and again telling people that the restrictions which we have imposed, they should respect it.
Did at some point authorities let things loose in Tamil Nadu, particularly around campaign time? Earlier we had contained this spread very effectively.
It's a very difficult question to answer, because if you look at our regular press briefings and our efforts, we have been constantly appealing to district election officers that they should streamline the campaign and ensure that it's an open space where only 50% occupation should be there. Having said that, to attribute all these rise only to campaign is also will be cheating ourselves, because quite a lot of house-based positive cases have come out of functions and funerals and also marriages, and of course schools, colleges and all. So it was a multiple factor coupled with COVID fatigue among people. And apart from, earlier all departments used to work. Somewhere around January, February, since the numbers became drastically low, involvement of the other departments became slightly less. Now everything has, we have rejoined together, and let us hope that we at least the pace starts coming down, pace of growth, and then we slowly start plateauing. We have to do classical hard work. COVID has only one lesson: there is no shortcut to doing classical preventive work.
Lastly, is there a need for a total lockdown?
See, I personally feel that these are all policy-related decisions, but definitely tightening further, just like Sunday lockdown did help us. So even on the other days, at least the timing of shops getting open if it is restricted, and because the people generally, when we say that the shops are open, 3 to 4 people keep on lingering. So that could do. And now, particularly in districts where the positivity is 10% and above and the bed occupancy is over 60%, Union Health Ministry has also advised us to do it in a more kind of a smart lockdown, locational containment. So that would be, but of course these are all issues which we have to discuss with other secretaries and of course the government also.
Any plans to simplify supply of Remdesivir at Khel Park, sir? There's a fear that it could lead to another kind of turn into a super spreader.
The government selling Remdesivir was a very welcome development, but we also need to understand, and again it is a lot of people think that so many people in a day, maximum 3,000 people come there, but having said that, we had an allocation of 59,000 vials. So we have to also ensure that, if we open up in Madurai, Coimbatore and all. So what we are anticipating is that in the coming weeks, as the supply cease, we will open similar counter in at least Western Belt and Southern Belt and Central Tamil Nadu. So that will definitely help. But opening it hastily may ensure that, in the government hospital also we have a duty to supply.
Right.
Tamil Nadu is the only state where up to a district level non-medical college hospital, government hospital also has Remdesivir. So we have to maintain that also.
Lastly, is the state prepared now for the kind of exponential rise we are witnessing, and what is the projection we are looking at, sir, realistically speaking?
See, realistically speaking, the epidemiologists are definitely predicting that the figures will go up. So, but administrative people and particularly the grassroots workers, our goal is to fight the projection and prevent the chain. So we are already in the range of around 20,000. So we have been not growing as fast as we were growing when we grew from 10 to 15,000. So our goal is to ensure that discharges are monitored and active cases at least are tapering, and then also look at fighting the projections, and that can only be done by very effective containment.
The projection is?
No, projection, if you look at, is that it can go up to even 25,000 in Chennai, in Tamil Nadu, and in Chennai it may go up to even 6,000 to 7,000. So these are projections. They may be frightening, but we even last time there was a very huge projection, but we have been working against. Every day, according to that, one can give to more than 1%. That is the way they come up with projections. Our goal is to ensure that, keeping the projection in mind, do more preventive work and ensure that people are masked, push vaccination, and ensure that the projections are wrong.
Thank
We
you
have
so
to
much.
work on it.
Right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, Doctor, for your time. That was Dr. J. Radhakrishnan, Tamil Nadu's Health Secretary, talking to us in Chennai with Shah Vijay, Sam Daniel, Find TV.